Hi, my patrons. How are you? Let's talk about moon signs and how your moon sign affects your personality. Before we get into that, I just wanted to let you know that I am available for personal readings on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. So if you would like a personal reading from me, definitely check out my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. As you can see, this is my website. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you're not already following me. Check out my other platforms on Twitch, YouTube, and my podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor, and more. But once you're on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, this is where you would go. You would go straight to the store section of my website to check out my services and products that I offer. As you can see, I do all different types of readings. I do birth chart readings. I do mediumship readings. I also do make jewelry. I do past life readings. I do spell work, candle work, things like that, money candles, love candles, protection candles. I also do dream interpretation readings as well. I also, of course, do tarot classes. Classes are also available on Patreon, as you all know. I also do have evil eye necklaces currently on sale. And a lot of you ask me about my skincare routine and like what I use to wash my face. African black soap is a really good soap for acne, dry skin, eczema, and any skin issues. It's also good for your hair. It's an all-natural soap made of all-natural ingredients. As you can see, it's generally made in Africa. All right, so although I believe Dudu Osun is actually not made in Africa, but it is still made with the general natural ingredients that actual African black soap made in Africa, different parts of Africa, are made from. So I say all this to say I want to talk about how your moon sign can and does and will affect your overall personality, aside from your sun sign and aside from your rising sign. I have many clients come to me who are confused because they're like, my sun sign is one thing, but I don't feel like my sun sign. And then, we dig deeper and I start asking them about their moon sign and their rising, and generally how they feel as a person more so resonates generally with their moon sign, sometimes with their rising, but generally with the moon sign, because first of all, the moon sign is how you feel. It is how you actually process your emotions and your emotional reactions to situations and people and circumstances that you experience in your life. It is also your moon sign represents what you need to feel emotionally secure and safe in the world. Your moon sign represents your home, your family, and your upbringing, specifically your mother and your relationship with your mother or motherhood in general. So all of these things factor in with the inner you versus the outer you in terms of what you present to the world, because also the outer you can be totally different than how you actually are in person. The sun sign, which is the outer you that you actually present to the world, as well as your rising sign, which is your first house in astrology, which is also what you present to the outer world, is mainly a representation of what you want the world to see, not always exactly the true portrayal of who you are in totality, right? See, the sun sign rules your self-expression, your sense of creativity, your style, how you do your hair, how you dress your clothes, the types of clothes you wear, the style, that you tend to go towards or gravitate towards in terms of how you express yourself. The rising sign is your self-image, it's your physical appearance, it's how others see you, it's also how you see yourself. So in this sense, the rising sign and the sun sign are portrayals of what you want the world to see, or just based on what others see and pick and choose to kind of associate you with, or remember you by, things of this nature. But very few people always get to see the true you in terms of how you feel, your family, the type of home or upbringing you experienced or grew up in, except for your day ones, if you still have them or have them at all, except for maybe your boyfriend, girlfriend, or partner or life partner that you bring into your life, except for your pets, except for your very close friends, people that you have to learn to emotionally trust and emotionally let in and Learn that it's okay to be vulnerable around. It's also important to mention that not every moon sign responds emotionally or expresses their emotions or deals with other people's emotions the same way that any other moon sign would respond or express their emotions. Meaning, moon and earth signs, for example, such as moon in Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, tend to process their emotions, deal with their emotions, and emotionally react way different than moon and water signs, for example. Often the most emotionally in tune people are a moon and water sign. Not always, because obviously other placements and factors do play a part, such as the sun sign, the rising sign, and things of that nature. But generally speaking, a moon in Cancer, a moon in Scorpio, or a moon in Pisces tends to be emotionally more intuitive, emotionally more understanding or inclusive than the other signs, particularly the moon and earth signs, who tend to process emotions very singularly, individually. They sometimes need to take time to process their emotions, right, rather than responding in that moment, such as maybe, once again, a moon in water sign would or a moon in fire sign would. Similarly to that, a moon in air sign can also be similar to a moon in earth sign and wind, in the sense that they may need time to respond to um, an emotional stimuli sooner, or wait, they may need more time to respond to an emotional stimuli than, once again, a moon in water or fire sign would. But generally, a moon in air sign just needs time to collect their thoughts in terms of how they want to respond in a concise and collective, or a concise and intellectual way, or a way that the person will understand that, the air sign understands what you're saying, and they also want you to understand what they're saying or their perspective. You know, all of this takes time, though. You know, an earth sign more so wants to approach an emotional situation in a practical way. A fire sign will just emotionally react however they feel in that moment. Sometimes they just need to get it out, and they can be done with it just in the same breath. In this video, we're going to go one by one, each zodiac sign, each moon in zodiac sign, and I'm going to basically explain the actual personality traits of each moon in each zodiac sign. So, if you would like to see that portion of the video, stick around. If you're a patron, if you're watching this on YouTube, of course, you would have to become a member of my Patreon, patreon.com/Lamarr Townsend Tarot. We will be getting back to our regularly scheduled program on YouTube, but it is kind of Patreon week, exclusive Patreon week on my channel. So I've just been posting a lot of Patreon exclusives, this week. So we will return back to our regularly scheduled program soon, YouTube. Until then, I want to get into each of the zodiac signs. We're going to go element by element. And I just want to explain how each sign emotionally basically reacts to situations, and, how each sign or what each sign necessarily needs to feel emotionally secure in a situation or relationship, and how that plays a part into their actual personality traits, aside from one's sun sign or rising sign. We're just going to focus solely on the moon signs. Remember, the moon is all about your emotions, your emotional reactions, your emotional instincts. It's all about what you need to feel emotionally secure and safe in relationships. It's, your family, your upbringing, and how that emotionally shaped you, and, shaped you in terms of how you emotionally respond to situations, and what you need to feel emotionally secure, and what you also emotionally settle for. What is emotionally acceptable to you or for you, or unacceptable to you or for you? So let's get right into it. We're going to start with the moon in fire signs. So let's go ahead and start with moon in Aries. And here we'll stop the video for our YouTube members. Remember, if you would like to see the rest of the video, become a member of my Patreon on patreon.com/Lamarr Townsend Tarot. We'll see you over there.